Please remain standing and raise your right hand so I'll swear you in. Do you promise to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Okay, take a seat. Could you show me your green card? Okay, do you have your passport and a photo ID? Thank you. How long have you been a permanent resident of the United States?
5 years.
Great. And what is your full legal name?
Jessica Suzanne Egger.
Have you ever used any other names?
No.
Would you like to legally change your name?
No.
What is your social security number?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Great. And your date of birth?
6/15/78.
Okay. The date you became a lawful permanent resident?
June 15th of 2013.
Great. Your country of birth?
My country of birth is Sweden.
And are you still a citizen of Sweden?
I am.
What is your daytime telephone number?
973-881-8307.
Okay. And your current address?
My current address is 59 Mill Street, Paterson, New Jersey, 07512.
Okay. How long have you lived at that address?
I've lived at that address since I arrived in the United States.
Okay. Are either of your parents United States citizens?
No.
In the past 5 years, have you been a full-time student or been employed in the United States?
Yes, I've been a full-time student.
What university?
William Patterson University.
Okay, for all 5 years?
All 5 years.
Okay. Great, and no employment?
No employment.
Okay. In the past 5 years, how many times have you traveled outside the United States for more than 24 hours?
I haven't traveled outside the United States.
Not to Canada?
No.
Okay. What is your current marital status?
Single.
How many times have you been married?
0.
How many children do you have?
I have 1 child.
Okay, what is your child's full name?
Her name is Cheryl Miller.
And her date of birth?
Her date of birth is June 10th, 2015.
Great. Where was she born?
She was born in Paterson.
Okay, so she's a United States citizen?
She is.
Okay. Great. Now I'm going to ask you some more questions. Have you ever claimed to be a United States citizen?
No.
Have you ever registered to vote in any federal, state, or local election in the United States?
No.
Okay, and have you ever voted in the United States?
No.
Do you owe any overdue federal, state, or local taxes?
No.
Have you ever called yourself a non-U.S. resident on your tax returns?
No.
Have you ever been a member of or in any way associated with the Communist Party?
No.
Any totalitarian or terrorist organization?
No.
Have you ever persecuted anyone for their race, religion, national origin, social group, or political opinion?
No.
Were you ever a member of or did you ever serve in a military unit?
No.
Paramilitary or police unit?
No.
Self-defense or rebel group?
No.
Were you ever a part of any group or did you ever help any group, unit, or organization that used a weapon against any person or threatened to do so?
No.
Have you ever received any military, paramilitary, or weapon training?
No.
Have you ever committed, assisted in committing, or attempted to commit a crime or offense for which you were not arrested?
No.
Have you ever been arrested, cited, or detained by law enforcement or immigration officials?
No.
Have you ever been a habitual drunkard?
No.
Sold or smuggled controlled substances, illegal drugs, or narcotics?
No.
Have you married someone in order to obtain an immigration benefit?
No.
Have you helped anyone to enter or try to enter the United States illegally?
No.
Have you made any misrepresentation to obtain a public benefit in the U.S.?
No.
Have you ever lied to any U.S. government officials to gain entry or admission to the United States?
No.
Are removal, exclusion, rescission, or deportation proceedings currently pending against you?
No.
And have you ever served in the U.S. Armed Forces?
No.
Do you support the Constitution and form of government of the United States?
Yes.
Do you understand the full oath of allegiance to the United States?
Yes.
Are you willing to take the full oath of allegiance?
Yes.
If the law requires it, are you willing to bear arms on behalf of the United States?
Yes.
If the law requires it, are you willing to perform non-combatant services in the U.S. Armed Forces?
Yes.
And if the law requires it, are you willing to perform work of national importance under civilian direction?
Yes.
Great. Now I'm going to read you a sentence. I'd like you to write it on the paper. Freedom of speech is a right. Great. You passed that portion. Please read number 8.
What country is north of the United States?
Great. You passed that portion. Now I'm going to ask you some civics and history questions.
Okay.
Name one branch or part of the government.
The executive branch.
In what month do we vote for president?
November.
Who is the Vice President of the United States?
Vice President Mike Pence.
What is the capital of your state?
Trenton.
There were 13 original states. Name 3.
Massachusetts, New Jersey, Rhode Island.
What territory did the United States buy from France in 1803?
Louisiana.
Oh, very good. All right, congratulations. You passed your exam. Can you please sign here? Okay. Now we're going to practice the oath of allegiance. So I'll say a line and you'll repeat.
Okay.
I hereby declare on oath
I hereby declare on oath
that I absolutely and entirely renounce and abjure all allegiance and fidelity to any foreign prince, potentate, state, or sovereignty, of whom or which I have heretofore been a subject or citizen, that I will support and defend the Constitution and laws of the United States of America against all enemies, foreign and domestic, that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same, that I will bear arms on behalf of the United States when required by the law, that I will perform non-combatant service in the armed forces of the United States when required by the law, that I will perform work of national importance under civilian direction when required by the law, and that I take this obligation freely without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion. So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
Thank you.